Hi, I'm Bruce, and today I want to talk to you about the kind of swarm traps that I'm using these days. Now, you can catch swarms of bees by hanging a nuke box in a tree. I've certainly done that, but right now this is what I'm using. If you ever want to really get a good indication of the way that bees will choose the cavity that they're going to swarm into, I recommend reading Tom Seeley's book called Honeybee Democracy. According to Tom Seeley, the optimum size cavity that the bees are searching for when they're swarming is 40 liters. Now, 40 liters roughly is the same size as a 10-frame Langstroth deep box, right? This swarm trap here, all right, it's 5 frames, as you can see, and what I do is I use deep frames, okay? So my standard deep frame that I usually use, this is what I call a string frame here. It's got fish and line, and I usually just paint some beeswax in the top here, and I put popsicle sticks up here as a guide so that the bees will draw a straight comb. So I put 4 empty frames just like that in, and then in the middle I like to have one of these old nasty brood combs. Now, if I was working my hive and I find this old nasty brood comb like this, generally I take it out and I'll melt it down, you know, and make the bees grow more comb. But the bees don't care. They like this. It smells like bees, and that's what they're looking for. So in the middle, old brood comb. On the outsides is empty frames. And then the secret weapon is this. This is Swarm Commander. Now, I don't get any money from the Swarm Commander people. I wish I did. I've tried lemongrass and other things, and they work, but I think this really works the best. Now, Swarm Commander, this is not cheap. It's about $32, $33 on Amazon for this size bottle. But what you do is you just spritz a little bit in the top, like that, and then I put 1 spritz right there in the doorway. And that's enough. That's all you need. And then you put the top on it, and this is ready to go. You can go hang this up in a tree. I will say, I have actually caught bees with this trap right here sitting on these bricks, but they say that they should be up in a tree a little bit. All right, well, I hope that was good. This is Bruce. Yeah, we're swarming. Are you ready? Ready. Smile. Last time I caught this swarm. Now, this swarm trap normally hangs up in a tree, but last swarm I caught, I just had it sitting on these bricks while I was loading it up, and I caught a swarm. So I put it back, and it seems like I've caught another swarm here, or at least they're checking it out. We'll see if they stay. But by some coincidence, here's another swarm trap that I was thinking about using, and it seems like they found this one too. These are just great, aren't they? They're really wonderful critters. Hello, girls. Look at that. So here's a nice band of honey. Let me come back out in the sunlight a little bit. I want to see if she's laying eggs here yet. Okay. Not really laying eggs. Interesting. Okay. Well, this one goes in. beautiful. Yeah, okay. There's some real young larvae, that's 2-day-old larvae there. So the queen may be here. Don't see her. Okay. Yeah, man, she's doing good. Wow. Okay, and she goes. I think the queen's on this frame. I didn't see her, but since there was nice young larvae in there, I don't necessarily have to see her. Sweet. This is going to be such a good little colony. Still a few bees here, but
Are you going to leave this box in this location?
yes. Oops. Turn it around. Everybody upset. That's a done deal. So now what will happen is these bees, I'm going to leave them like this for 3-4 days, and then I'll come back in and I'll close off that front door. I didn't bother to put a entrance disc on this one, so what I'll have to do is I usually stop it up just like a plastic grocery bag, just stick that in the door. But I come in at night when all the foragers are in bed, and I'll close up that front door, and I'll move it to one of the stands, and then they'll sit with the door closed for 3 days with me feeding them. And after 3 days, when I open up the door and let them out, then they should be accepting this as their new home. So I'll leave that box there. There's still several bees in that box because it smells like home. And eventually, the bees that are in here, there's several of them that can't fly. They'll make their way up into that box. But look at that nice bright orange nectar that they're bringing in. That's what they're going to be feeding their babies with. So this is a nice little colony. Real pleased with that one. And it was caught in this swarm trap that I wasn't really planning on leaving there. I had it there. It did have the frames in it, but I hadn't even loaded it with the swarm commander yet. I was actually going to attach a board on the backside here and hang it in a tree, and I hadn't got around to doing that yet when the bees moved in. And so they've been in there about 10 days. And so all that wax that they had built up, all that comb they built up, was in just a little over a week. So a lot of baby bees in there. I didn't see the queen on this one, but I wasn't looking super hard for her either. She was in there because there was eggs and young larvae in there. All right, let's go to the next one.